Ever wondered how to get this kind of pattern in your designs? Well, that's exactly what I'm covering today. I'll show you how to create halftone patterns in Affinity, and the best part is you can make them in literally any shape you want. Let's get started. I've got my canvas ready here. This is the size I use. Feel free to use whatever size works for your design. I'm going to grab the rectangle tool and draw a square on the canvas. Then I'll head to the transform panel to set the width and height. I'll click here to lock the aspect ratio first so the dimensions stay proportional. Then I'll change the size to 20 pixels and the color to red. Now I'm going to convert this shape into a symbol so we can change the shape later without having to start over. To do that, I'll bring up the Symbols panel by going to Window at the top menu, Vector, and clicking Symbols. And here's the Symbols panel. Then I'll switch to the Move tool, select the shape, and click Create in the Symbols panel to turn it into a symbol. Now let me move the Symbols panel to the right side to clear up the canvas. Next, I'm going to duplicate the shape vertically. I'll move it upward first, then press Enter to bring up the Move/Duplicate dialog box. Since I'm duplicating vertically, I'll change the vertical value, which is the distance offset between shapes, to 120 pixels. Keep this number in mind, we'll be using it again later. Then I'll go to Scale, and since I want the duplicates to gradually increase in size, I'll set the scale value to 120%. I'll click Duplicate and set the number of copies by clicking here and sliding it. 8 copies is enough. Then I'll click OK. Now I'll select all the shapes and move them to the left side of the canvas. Next, I'm going to duplicate these shapes horizontally. I'll press Enter again to bring up the Move/Duplicate dialog box. I'll set the horizontal value to 120 pixels, the same as the vertical value. This controls the horizontal distance offset between shapes. For scale, I'll leave it at 100% since I'm not changing the size this time. I'll turn on Duplicate, slide the number of copies to 14, and click OK. After that, I'll select everything and click this button in the context toolbar to group them. Now I'm going to duplicate the group and offset it so each new shape sits between the shapes of the original group. I'll press Ctrl J to duplicate the group. Then make sure the new group is selected. I'll head to the Transform panel and adjust the X and Y values. Remember that 120 pixel value from earlier? Since we want to position the new shapes exactly between the originals, I need to add half of that, which is 60 pixels, to both the X and Y values. So I'll click the X field and add plus 60 pixels. Then do the same for the Y field. Let me select everything and group them, align them to the center, and there we go, our halftone pattern. Now since all the shapes come from one symbol, we can change the shape across the entire pattern by editing just one. To do that, I'll select one of the shapes. I'll go with this one. Then I'll double click on it and keep double clicking until I get into the actual shape layer. So I'm not selecting the symbol layer, but the shape layer. Let me zoom in so we can see it better. I'm going to swap the square for a star shape. I'll grab the star tool and draw it on the canvas. I'll set the points to 4 and change the color to blue. Then I'll drag this handle to round off the inner corners. Next, I'll switch to the Move tool and drag the star over the square. I resize it to match the dimensions of the square. Then select the square and delete it. Now let me zoom out, and here's how the pattern looks with the new shape. I can also tweak the size of the star at any time. I'll select the star layer again, go to the transform panel, make sure to switch the anchor point selector to the center, and change the width. I'll change it to 35 pixels. And here's how the pattern looks now. I can also resize it by sliding the W directly in the transform panel. And here are some other variations using different shapes. And that's everything on creating halftone patterns with any shape in Affinity. I hope you found this useful for your designs. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Take care and bye.